Hello, everybody! Oh, whoops. Oh, okay. Are we back? Hello? Oh, okay. It seems we are back. Okay. Hello! We're back. We're back to... Yeah. We're back to streaming weekly. I know I kind of went missing a couple weeks ago, for the last couple weeks. For various reasons. But yeah. Contrary to popular belief, the 12-hour live stream did not in fact demolish me too badly. So we're back to streaming. All right. We're back to being live with Minecraft tabletop games. And yeah. So last week, a few weeks ago, we had the ultimate 12-hour live stream where we went absolutely bananas. And today, we're going to just chill out. We're going to turn on some brand new music that I just found out I am allowed to actually use. It's by this band called Good Kid. Don't know if y'all know about this band. Oh. Hello? Okay. Looks like my music player isn't quite working. Let's restart it. There we go, that's better. So I'm going to create a new playlist with Good Kid instrumentals. And in here, we're going to add, oops. So this one will exclusively have the Good Kid instrumentals. Okay, so that means this gets added to the instrumentals playlist. Good Kid 2. I love the fact that these albums are just named Good Kid 1, Good Kid 2, yada yada. Like, I don't know, that's cute. I will say, these tracks were so disorganized that I had to organize it myself, which, you know, it's okay. I don't mind organizing music. I quite like it, in fact. It's one of my favorite things to do when I download a big new thing of music. Like, for example, with Approaching Nirvana, for example, all the singles, I just collect them all into the one singles album because otherwise it's just to deal with. And we can add on Acoustic Kid. There we go. Might as well. Even though it does have Down with the King twice, might as well. Why not? And then I guess all of the 8-bit ones. Okay, can I select all? There we go. And add it to the instrumentals. There we go. And let's play some Good Kid. Why not? All right. Just out of curiosity, how long is this? How long is the playlist? Let's run some Good Kid. Okay. And we shall see if I get smited by copyright. There we go. All right. New music just dropped. We're going to be playing this a bunch. Okay. So today, first things first, we need to update the server to the new version. Oh, and we appear to have a 1.21.10. Okay. So we got the copper golems. We have the mannequin. Fetch profile. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. chat drafts. Okay. So unsent chat messages now get saved if the chat gets forcibly closed. Okay. That's cool. An existing chat draft will get pre-filled into the message box. Well, that is convenient. The end dimension has a skylight. Sure, why not? We have allow entering nether using portals. Command blocks enabled. Okay. PvP, spawn monsters. Aren't those already things? Yeah, okay. Server management protocol. Yeah, I'm sure it means something. I don't know what that means. Okay, we got that. We have a code of conduct screen. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. Block tags. Don't care, don't care, don't care. We have a new text object, text component with type object. Okay, so this is going to make the displays really nice, but nothing too terribly. Oops, nothing too terribly interesting there. Okay. Changes. Set world spawn no longer limited to the overworld. Ooh, that's fun. I learned from respawn dimension. Okay. Spawn point. Summon. Cool. Sounds. Added a bunch of sounds. Sounds for chest now play at a lower volume. Okay. Okay. Run command. Will be simply discarded. So that's an attribute. Block entity data. Not really relevant. Okay. You can start chatting while inside another portal. Okay. Sure. Chunks. Fixed spawn chunks has been removed. Okay. The game will ensure that the following chunks are fully loaded before the player joins or the server starts. Chunks loaded by force load. Active due to portals. Fill and enter portals. Small areas of chunks around the player. And required to assign the global world spawn. Okay. Well, that's convenient. Okay, block attacks, no profile, don't care. Data pack format is now 88.0. They added a decimal. Okay, so that's an important thing. Okay, so data pack format is now 88.0. That makes a difference. Okay. Debug features, debug screen, nothing new here. Density function, don't care. Enchantable, explode, don't care. Don't care, don't care. Oh, they remove spawn trunk radius, okay. Jigsaws, don't care. Keybinds, don't care. Light. Okay. Loading world screen. Huh. Interesting. Okay. It was in versions 1.3.1. Wow. Okay. Old version. Loot functions. Don't care. Loot tables. I don't see anything here that could cause problems. Okay. Mouse cursor. Oh, okay. Options have been. Oh. They removed auto jump, sneak, and sprint toggles. Where'd they go then? Oh, they're in the control screen. Okay, cool. Pack format. Now have minor versions. Sure. Okay. Panorama, particles, don't care, don't care. Okay. Resource pack is now 69.0. Nice. Okay. So the properties, we have enable code of conduct. Sure, okay. Removed allow nether, remove that. So we have some new game rules to look into. Okay, new server.properties stuff. That's good to keep in mind. We even have a code of conduct. Awesome. So that means I can actually add on the whole no hacking allowed to the code of conduct. That is very nice. Statistics. Okay. Biome tags, don't care. Entity tags, don't care. Item tags, don't care. Text component format. We now have objects. Okay, so that's new stuff. Nothing has changed. Texture atlases, don't care. World border, world generation, don't care. Okay, so basically nothing's changed. Excellent. And what's in 1.21? 1.21.10? Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, let's see. Okay, so I happen to know that one of my friends, actually one of my partner's friends, is currently on the server. So let's go see if we can surprise them. So I need to create a new profile for 1.21.8 because the server has not been updated yet. But rest assured, it will be updated by the end of this stream, or very soon. I am going to take a quick bathroom break because I did not plan things out properly, and I'll be right back. Okay, so by the looks of things haven't broken too badly. In fact, basically nothing has changed, which I'm very happy to see. Another thing I'm very happy to see is that, if I'm not mistaken, CJ Purple Princess is currently live streaming. So let's see if we can go harass her streams. Okay. This is going to be really meta. It's going to be really funny. Okay. Can we see CJ's live chat? Okay. What's she doing right now?
Yes, but don't forget, we're theming this stuff. Okay. First one is apple skin. Apple skin.
Okay.
It's the thing that helps me see, like, saturation and exhaustion on the hunger bar. What's up? What are you doing here? I know that you're streaming. What are you doing here? Like, I'm not your new audience. Alright. I know you're live streaming. That's the thing. I just checked on you a minute ago. I'm right now close to finishing the village. So, actually, just for the sake of you being here, I know that you are currently busy. So, free cam, that's interesting. So, here's what it looks like. I know because you haven't since been here. Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
Just a quick look, and then I'll leave you be. I'll join you if I'm done by the whole thing. This is what it looks like. It's just a bunch of houses. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
Those mushrooms look really cool.
And also, yeah, you're streaming again. All right. So let's get back to what I was saying.
All right.
I can't. Why did I say, what are you doing here? That sounds so mean. All right. Files. Apple Skin is on 1.28 right now. It's 1.28.9. Recent Minecraft version. Thanks! Alright. Thank you so much. I'm glad you could see it while I was still streaming. And, if I'm able to finally create a video of this stupid 6-part live stream series, you'll be able to see it better there. Alright.
Let's do a...
Apple Skin is 1.21.8 still, but I can live without. Sodium.
Let's find a better...
It's like an optimization thing.
There we go. Let's do a grin.
Yep, 1.21.9 does exist for sodium.
This is really meta.
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
these
6,
emojis
7,
are taking
8,
so
9,
long to
10,
load up.
11, 12,
Yeah.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Okay.
18, 19, 20, 21.
Cool.
Right
So
now,
my computer
21.
hates when I try to
I'm not going to do fabric
try to
instead.
watch a stream and stream
Well,
at the same
actually,
time.
that's actually
Okay.
a very, very, very
We're
good
gonna close that. Sorry, CJ. Just hey, everybody, go check out CJ streams. Okay. So, in the meantime, let's turn on Good Kid, and let's see who's on the server. I believe it's my partner's roommate currently on. Oh. Okay, nobody's on. In that case, let's update the server then. Popping on over. Nope. Okay. I would like to log in, please. Okay. Here we go. Alright, let's upgrade the Minecraft version. Upgrade to 1.21.9. So according to this, nothing should have broken. We may want to update the data packs before we load the server too far. But other than that, it's not a big deal. Okay. Data packs. And the important ones are just Board Game Hub and Card Game Hub. Those are the ones that actually store the different dimensions. But other than those, like, honestly, I think all the other shit works just fine. Nothing too much needs to be updated. Okay. Another thing we need to do is hop into... not there. We'd hop into the resource packs and update that as well. Okay. So the new version is 69.0. While we're at it, we might as well zip that up and update things. Okay. Let's open up Dropbox and update the server resource packs. Yeah, I like this music. It's really fun. Okay. Let's hop on to ScalaCube and see if we can maybe change the settings. Nope. Okay. Nothing's gonna work until the thing actually properly updates. Okay. That is fine. Okay. So there's game textures.zip. .zippity zip. Okay, let's open up the Dropbox app. There we go. And let's upload to there. Replace the file. Okay. There we go. And let's share. Okay. Let's copy this link. Copy link. And DL needs to be 1. Okay. Let's make sure that this works as it's supposed to. Yes, it does. Beautiful. Okay. Cool. So we just gotta plop this into the server resources once that is up and ready to go. Looks like we're still processing, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit, and that's okay. I would like to quit now, thank you. Okay. So that's that. It's 1.21.10. Oh, this is fun. 5 digits in its version number. Dang. Well, that's fun. Okay. Copper chest. Nice. Okay, so while the server updates, let's see. Let's boot up the newest version of the game. There we go. And let's open up the card game hub. And before we do that, let's update the data packs, just to make sure that we have the whatever version that'll load all the different dimensions correctly. And I guess loading up in single player is exactly where we're going to spot all the issues. 88.0. Okay. And then board game hub needs to be 88.0. There we go. Okay. And while we wait for the server to update, we can work on Checkers. Because that is the game that we're actively working on. We got Checkers and Monopoly. Actually, you know what might be worth doing? We should go to, oh, compatible. What? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay. Missing... Ah, okay. So need min format and max format. So we need to format this differently. Okay. Okay, pack.mc meta. What needs to be done? Supported formats has been removed. Okay, pack format field is now optional. Added min formats. Okay. Okay, so that means we need to pop into here and do min format. Okay. So this is 88.0. And max format, 88.0. Okay. Okay. So let's try this. I assume we need commas there. Let's see if this works. If not, we're going to need to look into how to fix the data packs. Okay. Let's try that again. And nope, still bad. Okay. Let's see what's the matter. Errors in registry root. Missing tag. Let's clear the logs and let's see what happens if we do this. Okay, so what appears to be the problem? Well, specifically, which data path? There's in there. Oh. It's failing to parse enchantment/channeling. That is unfortunate. Is it this remove advancements and recipes thing that's doing that? Okay. Maybe we need to fix this as well. Removes advancements, recipes, and loot tables. And also block tags. Well, actually, that's this guy, remove block tags. Okay. Okay, if we just move that out. Let's try this. Nope, still bad. Okay. Okay, so we do actually need those different pack things. Okay, fine. I guess we're just not going to remove the block tags then. Okay, I want to turn off this data pack. How to do that? I think we need to go into NBT Explorer in order to fix that. Just make sure we don't try to. Okay, so this is Card Game Hub. Level.dat. Data packs. Enabled. Okay, we need to disable it. Okay. So I'm going to pop into remove block tags and move it up to here. Can we do that? Move up. Move up. Okay, cut. Here. Paste. Okay. There we go. So that allowed, hopefully that lets us remove the data pack. Okay. We shall switch off that data pack. Still bad. Okay. Okay. What appears to be the problem? Missing tag, but where though? Here's an. Okay, but that's a Minecraft issue. That's. I can't do anything about that. Can I load any of my worlds? Let's see, can we load the mixtape player? Yes. Okay. So that loads fine. Okay. How about this one where we have a data pack? Failed to load function. Okay, so this could potentially be an issue then. Okay, so if we go into the data packs, I started working on a data pack that's basically a 3D printer. It prints 3D printers. Okay, where's the issue? Line 21. Oh, this might have still changed. This block entity data. Okay. I don't think... I don't think that's an issue. Alright. Well, it's not work. Oh, good. Okay, let's try /give. A repeating command block. Actually, no. We don't want a repeating command block. We want an armor stand. Oh no, we do want a repeating command block. With block entity data. With this command. And we want it automatic. Okay, what do you mean we can't parse that? because that's how it's supposed to be. Unknown registry key. Okay. So that's going to be annoying for this specific project. I don't think I used that anywhere else. Oh, that's a new thing. Okay. Failed to parse ID. I mean, does this command no longer work? No, it does not. Does this work? No. So can you not give yourself... Can you just not do it anymore? Failed to parse the ID. Okay. That's probably one of the things I should have read over before, but I guess... I mean, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay. So at least that works. Fine, okay. Okay, let's maybe hop into Card Game Hub, Data Packs. Let's just straight up move this guy out of the data packs. There we go. That way it's not going to be loaded. Okay, let's try that again. Let's open up Card Game Hub. Okay, that was the issue. Okay, very nice. So that appears to have been the issue all along. Ooh, Phantom Toast just did something cool. Okay. Okay, so the texture pack is busted. Why? Okay, so we're able to load the world. That's good, at least. Okay. So we still need to include the min format and max format. Okay. Okay. Pack.mc meta. Okay. So that's 69.0. There we go. Okay. Let's make sure that the texture pack loads. And we're good. Okay. This looks correct now. Okay, looks like the server's having a really hard time updating. Well, okay. That's fine. Okay, that gives us enough time to fix all the other problems that are running into problems. Okay. So we need to re-upload that to Dropbox then. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. So in the meantime, let's see. I added, so I got settings there. I added little control panels here, so now you can hop into creative mode and place, say, normal white checkers around. You can replace these with, you can place black kings around. Well, really only at the dark gray squares. And you can erase. And then you can also change who starts. And leave creative mode. So I added that. And then I also added this. So these different board shapes actually work correctly now. So there we go. That's that. Okay. So next thing to really work on. Okay, this music is really loud. It's hard to think. Okay, there we go. So now let's do that. So that means what we should work on is some of the functionality. So let's see if we can get back into the business of actually doing stuff. Because it's been a while since I've done any programming here. I've been busy, like incredibly, extremely busy. But hopefully the business is actually not going to stop. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing where basically the only chance I'm gonna have to actually play any Minecraft at all will just be the streams, because I'm gonna need to take on a second and a third job in order to make money, because I'm currently broke. So yeah, fun stuff all around. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, God, Game Hub's not exactly making money, right? No, and honestly, I don't think I would really want it to. I mean, obviously making money is good and all, but I don't want to like charge people to go to the Card Game Hub. That would be absurd. I'm nowhere near popular enough to make that worthwhile. So, and also this is just and also if I were to charge money for stuff, I would feel much worse about uploading the half-baked ideas that I had. So honestly, probably not worth charging for that. If I was more popular, I'd probably start a Patreon or something where I'd go like, hey, if you wanna support this, then hop on the Patreon and help me upgrade the server and keep the lights on. Okay. There we go. Hey, Fluffy Neek, welcome! I know you love the music, you're the one who introduced it. You're the one who introduced this to me. We are playing Good Kid. Okay. Alright, so we now have updated the texture pack. We are still waiting for the server to update to the new version. Okay, so we can close that. Okay. I think I do want I was confused. Okay, anyways. Let's try to re-enable this remove block tags data pack. Okay. Right, so we need to go into tags, block. Okay, so I think what needs to be done here is we need to extract all the new data that this version comes with. So here I get to introduce y'all to my system. So I pop into 7-zip and we can open up 1.21.9. Oops. Let's go to my desktop here. Minecraft textures. This is for 1.21.9. Okay. So in here is where, let's see. So in here I have assets, data, objects, and realms. So first up, we need to open up the jar pack here. We need to copy assets and data. So we copy that over. Let's plop that in the background. Okay, looks like we can't do anything while we wait. Okay. So we're going to extract, this will extract all the textures, but it's not going to extract the music. In order to do that, we need to go to a different place. This is the part that's always a pain to deal with. So this is already going to help us with the tags and stuff like that. But to get the music and sounds and things like that, we need to copy the objects. Can we copy this? Can we please copy here? I don't know what's going on. My computer seems to hate me right now. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to wait for that to extract. And then we got to figure out how to actually remove the block tags. Well, actually, I already know how to do that. I have a Python program to do that work for me. But right now, that's not like too terribly important. Oh, what? Wait, what? Wow. They completely rearranged this F3 screen. Holy moly. To edit, press F3 and F6. Yo! That is... They may slow down your computer, crash the game, or eat your bedrock. That's amazing. Okay. Let's see. FPS, I want that. Actually, what does... I don't know what that does. Game version, off. GPU, I want that. Height map, don't care. Light levels, I do care. Local difficulty, that's good to know. Oh, I can see in the background that's going to do a lot. Okay. Memory, good. Particle render stats, don't care. Player position, good. I don't know what player section position is. Host effect, don't care. Performance impactors, off. Okay, that's not too much. Sound mood. I don't know what that is. What's up, Panda Dev? Yeah, it's okay. I hadn't streamed in a while. System specs. Let's maybe turn that off. Yeah. TPS, good to have. Okay. 3D crosshair. Okay. Chunk borders. Section. Chunk section octatree. I don't know what that is. Oh. I don't know what that is. Okay. Well, this is really cool. Okay. I still don't know what section relative is. Okay. We have all kinds of fun new features here. Okay. So in the default... I don't want the 3D crosshair. No specs. Oh, I see what it is. You have like individual things. Okay. Okay. Yay! Well, isn't that convenient? Okay, I do want to be able to see what block I'm looking at. Okay, let's do looking at block. Okay, so there we go. Targeted block. Okay. Okay. You know what? Maybe I don't need that. Maybe I don't need that weird thing anymore. What does always do? Ooh. Oh. That is very useful information. I don't have to open the debug menu for that anymore. What are you gonna do for now? Well, right now the server is updating, and it's gonna be updating for a while. So, in the meantime, I'm gonna be working on checkers. That's the plan at the moment. Okay. Let's copy that over. See with my PC. Oof. That's not good. Okay. And I also need to open up indexes for 1.21.9. I believe it's this guy, if I'm not too badly mistaken. Oh, this is nice and mellow. So, by the way, the music that is currently playing is by Good Kid. It's a band that Fluffy Neek in the chat found and showed me, and also showed me that I'm allowed to use their music for my live streams. So that's exactly what I intend to do. Okay. So we can close that for now. And it looks to me like we're just not... We don't need to do that anymore. We don't actually need to... We don't need that data pack anymore to delete all the block tags. So that's cool. Okay. Let's pop into checkers. I haven't worked on this, according to this, I haven't worked on it in a month. So let's see what kind of mayhem I've forgotten how to do. Okay. So, let's see. Checkers is going to have a very similar user interface to chess and 5D chess. Very similar. That's the idea, anyways. But that also means we need to figure out what the possible moves are. So when we select a piece, this is where we display all the possible moves. And it places the redstone block to continue those moves / jumps. Okay. Cool. And it activates these multi-jumps, where we have the piece movement keep going. Okay. So let's see. In keep going, we currently have nothing. Okay, that's fine. That's exactly the sort of... This is exactly the sort of stuff in Chinese checkers that we had to separate into different command blocks because otherwise it crashed the game. You know what? That's actually kind of annoying. Oops. Pardon moi. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's interesting. So apparently this is where the region file changes. Huh. I guess that makes sense. It's 0, 0. Snow layer cannot survive on. What does that mean? I've never seen that tag before. Huh. So you can't place snow layers on barrier blocks. How interesting. Oh, we got... Okay, so we got dried gas there now. Oh yeah, we labeled the dead tube coil blocks. Oh yeah, and we have copper tools now. What else? Yep, more copper tools. This is also the version that introduces copper golems and shelves. So that's fun. Yep, copper golem. Yay! So yeah, I don't see copper golem. I don't see myself really using the copper golem in the board game hub, but it's cool that it's there. And we also now have copper chains, copper bars. These are definitely going to be used because, you know, decoration. That's what we're all about here. Is all about the decoration blocks. Anything functional blocks? Oh yeah, copper lanterns. Those are fun. And lightning rods. And more shelves. Okay. And also copper chests. And, ooh. Oh, that's right, we have copper golem statues. These just sit there and lie dormant. I believe until you come over with an axe and, yep, bring them to life. Nice. Yay! That's cool. Okay. Sadly, this guy's gonna cause a lot of lag if we let him live, so unfortunately, sorry guy. Okay. You should put that amazing song. Which amazing song? Which song? Okay. Did anything change with our saved hotbars? I don't think so. Wait, did this actually... Okay, that still does a thing. Weird. Anyways. Okay, so we need to figure out checkers. So first off, let's see if we can actually correctly detect... Let's check right now to see if we can correctly detect these situations on whether you can jump over a piece or not. Okay. So let's do some detection work first. Type equals block display, run function. Okay. I believe it's select piece. That's the thing that you execute as the block display, I believe. Right. Let's see. Yes, this executes as the piece. Okay, good. Yeah, and right click is the thing that transfers the focus from the interaction entity to the piece, right? Yes. Okay, cool. Cool. So let's try checkers, select piece. Okay. That's a very good start right off the bat. I'm very happy to see that. Let's kill off the item entities, item displays. If we're on the international version, how does that change things? Okay, then we're able to jump backwards, but not move backwards. Yay! Okay, that's amazing. That right there already, fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay. Cool. Now, we have the don't move backwards. Oh, right. So we also want to check if it's a king. Well, actually, here's the other question. If we're blocked here, will it still attempt to jump? Yes. Okay, that is incorrect. No jumping over if you don't have space. Okay. So that's important. That is an oversight that we have forgotten to program for. Okay. Board shape. Store the coordinates of the piece that will be jumped over. Oh, that's a thing I forgot to look at. You there. What's your data? Type equals item display. Okay. What is your item? Jumped 2, -2, which are the coordinates of this guy. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So that does that. Okay, that's very handy. Now, as far as the actual jumps, so we have board shape. Which part does the actual jumping? This does the actual jumping. Okay. So maybe when we align to the grid, we should also just kill it off if the path is obstructed. So let's do that. Okay. Align to grid. Because you should never be landing on any piece. So if this location is obstructed by a piece, kill it. Okay. So that means execute. So let's do tag it as add ignore, and then execute if entity. Okay, let's do execute add.s. If there is a block display, because pieces are block displays, if there is a block display where you have landed, then kill off the piece. Otherwise, remove the ignore tag. Okay. Cool. Multi-purpose functions. Gotta love them. And yeah, you should never be landing on a piece. So that should all be fine. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. No. Okay. So what seems to be the problem? Hello, what appears to be the problem? Ah, we have screwed up a command, that's fine. Okay. Checking align to grid. Let's see. Line number 9. Let's see what's the matter here. Run execute. There we go. Okay. Let's reload. Try that again. Select piece. There we go. Okay, cool. So that's that. Now let's check. Can a white king move backwards? Yes. And can jump backwards. Okay. Now how about on the American version? Yay! Okay. Sweet. Okay. So we have international and we have American. And on the American version, the normal piece should not be able to jump backwards. Good. Okie dokie. Cool. So now we need to plan out extended movement in the international version and multi-jumps. So let's do that. Let's see. So tag you as keep going. And then if you're a tag and you're in the international version, also tag as keep going. Okay. Right. So we have super king and we also have jumps. Right. Okay. So how do we do this? Let's first consider the simple case. So we want to do the basic jump. Okay. But the problem is multi-jumps. Unlimited king and multi-jumps are two different tasks. See, the thing is, so just so y'all understand, multi-jumps and super king are different things. Multi-jump is like actually, I can demonstrate here. Let's say I had a piece here. Then a multi-jump is where you go jump, jump, and take two pieces. Okay? A super king is a specific thing with the international version where, first of all, you can move an unlimited number of spaces. So basically, the king acts like a bishop in chess. And also, you can... So another thing that the super king can do is it can go like here, and then it can jump over this piece by moving an unlimited number of spaces to jump over the piece, and go as many pieces as it wants to behind it after the jump, which is insanely powerful. So we need to figure out how to program that. And that's a separate task, I think. Let's first try to handle multi-jumps. Well, actually, so this executes as the piece. So each new move is tagged as keep going. If your piece is tagged as a king, then we should also tag new move, add super king. So this now stores the coordinates of a piece that is being jumped over, then moves it and aligns to the grid. Okay. So first off, okay. Well, multi-jumps is pretty straightforward. You just run the jump thing over and over and over. Super king is going to be complicated. So let's see if we can plan this out. So what we want is whenever we place a square, like let's say I want this to be an optional place to move to. Okay, let's place a white king there. So I have a white king. Let's say we place the blue square right there. Let's actually make it a blue square. Some light blue concrete. Okay, so right here is a potential place that the king can move to. Okay, now for each one of these spaces, we need to do the following things. We need to, first of all, detect which direction it's moving, which already done. We're specifically moving in this direction. Let me mark that for the copper torch. So this is the thing that's doing the moving. Now we can move, when we move over here, it's going to be facing this direction, so we can make it bunny hop backwards. So in the same direction where it started, it needs to continuously create an array like this of potential places to move to. Now from there, for each of these spaces, we need to then do another ray trace thing. We need to shoot out another ray in each of these directions and also in the movement direction to test so we need to shoot off rays in each of these directions to, well, actually, okay, so the ray that goes over here can actually already do the jump detection. But the issue that's not going to be handled is these offshoot rays over here and here. To detect, can you jump? Is there a piece that you can jump over in this direction? And if there is, like let's say there's this piece over here, then we would need to place a block behind that, marked as, hey, you're also jumping over this piece, and then continue making rays like that. And then each of these are also going to do their own rays over here of like pieces to jump over. So that's a pretty complicated process. We need to first of all detect, is there a piece that you can jump over in this direction? If so, place a block behind it, or place a potential place to move behind it, facing which direction? And see, this is where things get tricky. Well, actually, not so tricky. Because direction... That's actually an interesting situation. So as you're throwing it back and landing here, the direction that needs to face. Okay, so that means, so the way that we're going to do ray tracing is with armor stands, because that's what I'm used to. So we would ray trace here. One of these armor stands is going to find, aha, I have a piece, or nope, I do not have a piece. But each of these armor stands needs to face the thing that spawned it. Okay. Cool. Okay. So we need to do some... So we need to generate a ray with these armor stands, which will keep going, because some of these board shapes let you loop. We're going to have this ray keep going until you double back to the original. Okay, I think that's a good place to stop, is if you double back to the original. Okay. And we need to do this for each one of these. For each thing labeled Super King. That's what we're going to need to do. Okay. So, Super King. Okay, so we're going to have Super King move and also Super King jump as separate commands, separate functions. Okay. So this is Super King jump. So the Super King movement. Okay, so keep going. So this is going to execute as the block displays that are labeled keep going, right? As potential move, yes, okay. 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 Let's see. Okay, we don't want that. Do we actually tag the thing as keep going as needed? Let's check. So we're gonna select piece. Let's see. Okay, so we have new move. If you tag this jump, label as keep going. Okay, we also want to add keep going to this. We want to tag as both keep going and Super King.
Well, I've been waiting for all these years just to see you
That is not an instrumental song.
Well, I've been waiting undefeated just to hear you say that I'm not needed.
Okay.
I said I was an honest man, you said it wasn't at all, but
Let's see here. So this does the jumping back. So we tag as keep going and super king. Okay. So we need to, so this is executes as the item display for movement. Okay. Which is tagged as keep going. So first off, remove keep going. So let's see. We need to do okay. So if you're labeled as jump, but not super king, then we run the function checkers the piece movement slash okay. And of course with kings, with American kings, nothing new. So it's not a big deal whatsoever, we just do the multi-jump thing. We're not actually tagging it as a super king. Okay. So if it's a jump but not a super king, we just use the plain jump function. If you're not jump but you are a super king, then run super king. And then if you're tagged as jump and super king, you're doing a super king jump. Okay. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Okay. So we have normal jump, we have super keen movement, and then super keen jump. Let's actually label these properly. Super keen move and super keen jump. Okay. So. Cool. So let's see. Okay. So super keen move. This is where we make one movement and then cast the rays. And then send out the rays of moving. So we want to do execute at s, run summon, a new item display. Okay, in fact, so since we're moving, we can do add at s, rotated as at s, run summon. We can actually just straight up do this, 4142. This is potential move and new move. This one will also be tagged as keep going, just automatically, and also tagged as super king because we're exclusively just doing the super kings, which means it obviously does need to keep going. Oh, Panda Dev did 4 things today: exist, eat, breathe, drink. Nice. That's a pretty good start. That's good. Good for you. Okay. Okay, so this will... Okay, so what did this do? So we are currently looking at this guy right here. And what we've just done is we have created a movement in the direction that we are trying to go. Let's rotate this guy to actually face the thing. There we go. Okay. Facing entity at okay. Tag it as add face me. So need to briefly introduce a new thing. Tag equals face me. Limit equals 1. This way the facing is correct. Okay. Remove face me. And while we're at it, we can do checkers. Okay, so we do execute as at E, predicate equals checkers in dimension, tag equals new move, run function, checkers. This is what we're going to do the piece movement, align to grid. Actually, we should do the board shape first. Okay, so it's facing the correct direction. It faces the correct direction at this point. So then we can warp it to the opposite side of the board if need be, and then align to the grid. This is where we go, if it crashed into something, delete it. So that's good. And then, yeah, because otherwise it's supposed to have jumped over that square then. Okay. From there, assuming it still survives, we need to cast out raise to figure out if there is a piece that you can jump over. Okay. So we need to do execute as at E, predicate equals checkers in dimension, tag equals new move, run. We run function, checkers the piece movement, super king can jump over. This is how we're going to create the raise. So create raise to see if can jump over a piece. Okay. Okay, so we have super cane can jump over that MC function. Okay. So, how does this work? So this will either execute as the item display or the previous armor stand in the array. Okay, so we cast out raise until it either loops back, and basically until it loops back to the start. Okay. Or crashes into a piece of its own color. Okay, so maybe we should keep the tag face me. Okay. So for this, we're gonna do rotated tags at S. Instead of summoning that, we're gonna summon an armor stand. So this isn't tagged as potential move. This is can jump over. Let's tag this as a new jump. Okay. So we do can jump over, new jump. Okay. Okay, so we have can jump over. Actually, let's introduce a new thing. Active array. This is something we can delete as we go on. Okay. So from here, so we summon a new armor stand. Tag it as add face v2. Rotate the armor stand. And then throw it back. We do it as new jump. Face the thing, jump back. This is new jump, new jump. But here we don't want to align to the grid there. Oh, okay. Because these armor stands are going to need to align to the grid. But we do want to detect if okay. Because we don't want to delete the armor stand if there's a collision with another piece. Okay, so maybe this should just be a separate thing. Okay. We do... Or alternatively, when we align to the grid, we can tag it as delete if collision. Aha, big brain move here. Tag it as delete if there's a collision. And that way, we don't need two different functions. We can instead just directly pass in whether or not to delete if there's a collision. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now, this is going, all the piece movements are going to delete if there's a collision with another piece, any other piece. But these armor stand rays are not going to. Okay, so we can safely do align to grid with no issues. Okay, board shape, align to grid. Cool. From there, we need to do tag at E, predicate equals checkers, in dimension, tag equals new jump, remove new jump, because this is a brand new armor stand that we just created as part of our ray that's going to be going out. And then previous armor stand in the ray. Okay. So the ray is going to keep on going. And if it does collide with the piece... Well, we don't want to kill if it's colliding. No. If I... Shoot, what if you have... But what if you have a... But what if you have like two pieces in a row? You need to be able to go boing, boing. If relevant. Unless those two pieces are like right next to each other, in which case you attempt to jump and get deleted. But if they're spaced apart, the ray is just going to cut through all of them, which is no bueno. Okay, so first of all, we got to do... So we're going to detect if we've looped back. Checkers in dimension, tag equals new jump. We're going to add at S if entity so if we have crashed into face me, then run did we kill at S? Yeah. Okay. So that detects if we've looped back. Now furthermore, if we've collided with a piece, we should stop. There we go. That's the code. So we have an active ray that shoots out, and if it collides with a piece, we stop. At which point, things have been successful, and we can do logic from there. Okay, there we go. That's how it goes. So, detect collision with a piece. That is my Duolingo asking me to do my lesson. Okay. So if there is a... Let's see, what's the message? What is Duo saying? Saying, hi, it's Duo. Ready to practice Hindi? How about you? Yeah. Okay. Holy crap, what? How do I have 11 messages? Okay, anyways. Let's close that. Okay. So we want to detect, did you collide with a piece? If you did, stop the raid. So we do if entity, okay, we do distance is 0.1, type equals block display, distance equals 0.1. We don't kill at S. We want to tag checkers in dimension, that equals new jump. Remove active ray. Okay. Okay. From there, okay. So then we're going to execute as at E, predicate equals checkers in dimension, tag equals active ray, run function, checkers, the piece movement, super cane can jump over. Okay, so this is what makes it an actual ray that extends infinitely far. So let's think through the logic. So let's say you're starting from the selected piece and you want to test, is there something you can jump over? Okay, so it's going to summon an armor stand. It's going to face you, jump back. Well, it's already jumping back, but it's going to face you. And then let's actually delete the tag. Face me to, there we go. Because that's a temporary tag. So it's going to pop out, face you. That's the armor stand. It's then going to move to wherever it needs to go. It's not going to delete itself if it collides with something, as intended. Instead, what it's going to do is, if you've gone back and gone back to where you started from, then delete. Otherwise, if you've collided with a piece, delete active ray. Okay, so let's say you did not, neither of those things happened. We then remove new jump. The focus then moves over to here. Okay? And then, whichever way it's facing, place a new stand, face you, move to wherever in the board, align it to the grid, don't delete if it collides with something, and then if you've looped back to where you started, which is way back here, then kill off, it doesn't matter. Meanwhile, if you have collided with a piece, then stay there and delete the active ray. Okay. Cool. So I think that is the most reasonable thing to do. And then the important part is that board shape. Okay, so we need to implement this actually. Okay, so we're gonna do, so before we can test this properly, we need to implement the board shape. Okay. So board shapes normal. Okay, so this is amethyst over here. So that's 957 minus 4. So we do if the block there is an amethyst block, run function, checkers, the board shape, normal shape. Okay, so we do normal shape for now. And I think we can just directly copy paste some of the code that we did with chess. Although we are going to have to modify it slightly for the fact that the we're going to have to slightly modify it for the fact that that the board is infinitely expandable. However, normal shape still works as intended. So torus shape. Okay, so with normal shape, all we got to do with this guy is detect is the block below you a sandstone, and if so, then stop. Nice and simple. It's the simplest one by far. Otherwise, you need to teleport to a different place. Okay. So we do execute, add it as if block. So if the block immediately beneath you is a sandstone, then -1, run kill at s. Easy done. Okay. Nothing too complicated with that. I don't know if we may as well fill out this. Okay. So if it's a cylinder shape, we need to run cylinder shape. So that's -3. Okay. And torus shape. -2. There we go. Okay. That's board shape done. Okay, and then the normal shape is just if you have a sandstone beneath you, die. There's no purpose having you around because there's no warping that you can do, so nothing's relevant. So it's not relevant. Okay. Cool. Cool. Super Keen can jump over. Okay. No move. I like this song. I like the instrumentals anyways. The vocals I feel like are just incomprehensible. Either that or I might just be in a weird headspace where that song just sounds like that song just sounds like Simlish. Like Sims language. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. Cool. Okay, so we're going to test everything up to here. And see if we can create rays to jump over a piece. See if that is detected correctly. Okay. So we're going to actually move this command block up here. That way we can control what to do with there. Okay. Okay, let's reload. And let's test our code. See if we can detect the jumps properly. Super Keen can jump over. What is the matter? Let's pop into the piece movement. Line 5. Oh, this guy. Boop. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. And now, okay. So first up, we're going to execute as at n, type equals block display, run function, checkers select piece. Okay. So now we're here. And now if we execute as this guy, will it create the raise. Oh, I didn't actually set it to start that. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to just create the raise in one direction, right? Okay. Okay. We need to start off the active raise. Okay. So we're going to execute as at E, predicate equals checkers in dimension, tag equals new move, run execute add at S, rotated as at S, run, summon armor stand. Okay. We're going to do the same can jump over. Like this. Okay, so this is going to go in the direction that you're currently facing. Okay, so that's that. So that's new jump. And then we then want to actually create 3 different rays in these different directions as well. Okay. So those are the 3 different directions. And each one of these is going to do a... We then turn around, face the thing. This is just going to be the regular face me. And then border shape and align to the grid. It's never going to loop back, but if it collides with the piece, then we stop. I guess looping back is technically possible. Okay. Cool. So that's our text to loop back. We then stop the ray, and we execute can jump over. Active ray. Okay. Cool. So this creates the rays and then extends the rays. Cool. Let's reload. Make sure we have no problems here. Okay. So we want to execute super cane move. Okay, so first of all, tag at n, type equals item display, delete if collision, and potential move. Okay. Cool. So we're now going to execute as this guy, see if we can detect that we can jump over that piece there. At n, type equals item display, function checkers, the piece movement, super keen move. I believe that's the one. Okay. Go. Okay, that's not quite it. Why is it doing that? Okay, so first of all, how many armor stands are there? Okay, so there's one here, 1, Okay, that's not quite it. Let's see if we can figure out why that's the case. Okay. Okay, but it did create this, so that's good. Okay. So we want to create arrays in 3 different directions. So we want to spawn these arrays. Okay. Let's go one line at a time and see what we can do about that. Okay, so first off, we're gonna summon the armor stand. Type equals item display. Okay. Let's see what this does. Okay, so that's correct. We now have a guy here named or tagged as new jump, and it's an active ray. Good. Okay. So then list face me. Okay. Face me if you dare. There we go. We're rotated. Good. Okay. That part works. Board shape. Nothing to do there. And that's the end of the stream there. Align it to the grid. Very nice. Okay. Then we do if face me is on top of you, delete. Good. Okay. If you have collided with something, remove the active ray. Okay, good. Okay, Super King can jump over. Okay. So that works as intended. Okay, so maybe we just need to remove the as new move thing. Because I suspect that's what's been... Yeah, that's a pretty obvious oversight now that I've thought about it. Okay. That equals item display, remove face me. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. So we do super keen move. There we go. Okay. So we can detect the fact that we can jump over this piece, but there's nothing to jump over there. Tag equals active ray. Nothing fancy there. Okay. Cool. Well, that is very nice. Okay. That's cool. We've just done some successful ray casting. That's the technical term for that. Okay. I dare say we're back in the game. We're back. We can do ray casting, which is one of the more complicated things to do. So, yeah, I'd say we're back. We're back to making games. Okay. Okay. How far do we get to this good kid? Oh, wow! We actually got to the end of this playlist. That's fun. That is really cool, actually. So all of the Good Kid instrumentals fits in 2 hours. That is very cool. Yep, that's that. Well, that's cool. Okay. Let's get the fireworks ready. Okay. Ah, yes, the pancakes. Still got the pancakes. Okay. So that's that. Yeah. Successful ray casting. That's pretty awesome. Pretty rad. In fact, I bet we could actually make this more efficient, because we technically don't need to summon new armor stands for that. We just need to move the armor stand until it collides with something. Which actually would be a much better idea. Let's do. Maybe we can implement that real quick. Okay. So we can just do that. And that shouldn't change the direction it's facing. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. And I'll see y'all next... Oops. A little rusty about at that. Alright. See y'all!